We got laughter, we got tears. We got each other too.
I will never find another lover sweeter than you. Sweeter than you. All my life. Welcome to our show today. It's called Forever, Stay Forever in Love. And this is a story, a love story of Vuyo and Nhlonipho Langa. Yes, I have to say this because, the Langas are here just to give us some light, with the issues of relationships. And this is exactly what we do on this show. We bring to you relationships and marriages that have actually gone past the challenging stages. This, just for your benefit, for you to be able to find some resonance. And for those that are getting challenges, for you to be in a better position to resolve yours, just like the Langas did. when we started this, I remember we were having a conversation and you said you were friends before you became lovers. Just share that story with us. How did you really meet?
You can shoot. Oh, you want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, we met at the high school.
Okay.
Yeah. What was it called?
Madiba.
Yeah,
Madiba.
Madiba
So,
High School.
I always go into Madiba every day, but I never thought there's a story that we are going to extract one day and talk about it here. So you met at high school?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where we met actually. But for us to be close, I had one of my neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were friends.
Okay.
Yeah, so I once saw them, both of them together, and I said, no, this is my chance. I remember very well that day. I asked her to bring her to me actually.
Okay.
Yeah, mabifika lapha and I remember bengidlikota.
Whose petty styles as a lokshi?
Yeah, well, mabifika and I'm still feeling the same feeling beikona the time efika naye.
Yeah.
I still have that feeling.
You still feel it even today.
Even today when I look at her.
What kind of influence was it? Because maybe were you Nhlonipho, were you aware that perhaps he was seeking more than just what you could offer at the time?
No, I wasn't aware. But the neighbor, begumngani wami, and then wathi kunomuntu ofuna ukubona sambi.
Yeah.
Then we go. Then that's when I met him.
But when you went there, what was in your mind? Were you just going to satisfy just your curiosity?
Yeah, I think so.
Uthi umuntu onjani lo ufuna ukubona mina?
Yeah, but because then I was not interested in boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long?
I told myself I want to finish school first.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay. In which grade were you in at that time? I know sometimes you might find that you were in different grades.
Standard 10. Same grade. Standard 10.
Okay.
Yeah, it was standard 10.
Just when you were about to leave the...
Yeah.
She comes with a neighbor. What do you do? Just get us into the...
Because as I've said earlier, she found me eating ikota. You know that situation where you think, maybe...
kuna crumbs here and there.
Yeah.
Namasos just on the...
Yeah, and actually I knew her before she knew me.
Yeah.
Ukuthi thina siya investigate qala before.
Exactly.
It's true ukuthi bekangafuna abafana. I remember that the time she dated her, I hardly kiss her.
Yeah.
When I wanted to kiss her, he was doing and she will run away. That's how serious bekangafuni amajita ngakhona.
But isn't that a good thing? Because nathi when we were growing up, ours was to say, mawufuna umuntu lo uzomshada, you must make sure ukuthi abazali bakhe lo muntu akaphumi ngabo 6.
Yeah.
So you had to look at things like that before.
Mentioning that, it was difficult.
Yeah.
Beke nomunye ubhuti wakhe. Yeah, that guy wangisokodisa. No, mawuyochecka.
Yeah.
It was difficult. Le outi la. Ene ngathi bekabona ukuthi ngathi uyabona.
Yeah.
So bekunzima ukumchecka man. Make phumile bekeza phuma uyabona 5 minutes, it's more than enough.
Yeah.
Uhambile uyabona. But ngikutshela into sahlangana ne, remember bengisaseyintwana ngistowed kakhulu, strong uyabona. So sathandana I think a year ne.
Yeah, it was a year.
Yeah, I think a year. Sahlukana and we met later.
Okay.
Yes, in same class.
Yeah.
That's grade 12.
Yeah.
Same class.
Oh, you were in the same class in grade 12.
Yeah.
And you had a relationship for a year.
Yeah.
And then you when you parted ways, were you going somewhere to study or were you still within the same area after you separated?
I think she went to stay in Israel, ne?
Yeah, Israel.
Yeah, she went to stay in Israel. I think after how many years? 8 years. No. Yeah, I think after 7 years.
Yeah.
We met and we became friends.
You met at church.
Yeah, I was saved then.
Okay.
I think I was just saved in 2000.
Also, she left knowing that mina nginestot sami laphana and now izinto asahambi kahle. And then istot siyasindisiwa, then comes back.
And we became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, for quite some time. You know, kwenzakala ukuthi ngimshele.
Yeah.
And mangimshela azange ngiqome, to be honest with you. And I was like, uyabona manu ngathi ngiyamphusha ngathi uzohamba.
Yeah.
But no, let me just leave it just like that. Bengihamba nje ngiyochecka nje kuphela. Yabo ungiqome ngelanga lomshado. Makethi I do.
So I want to understand this. What how did you play this one? When he proposed, did you have an idea of whether you were going to say yes or no? Or what happened?
I think we were very close in such a way that I think everything is, yeah.
But in your heart, you knew you were going to say yes eventually.
Yeah.
And you just played hard to get. But how do you arrange for ilanga lomshado and for you to finally receive the? Or was it a situation of Vuyo? Mina ngakuqoma sise grade 12. Namanje usangishela.
Like waqhama wathi mina ngifuna ukushada ngathi
Actually ngimshele kanjalo.
Ngifuna ukushada mina. Ngifuna ukushada.
Yeah.
Athi ngifuna ukushada utheni. Athi hey.
And then you finalized the whole thing ba nakhuluma nabadala.
Yeah, we went salobola.
Yeah.
We got married.
In 2006.
2006. Tell me about your wedding. How was it? You know, just get us in. I mean, the only cameras that are left for us now is the two of you. How was it?
It was a wonderful wedding, eh?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I know men would make all those promises, but on the day of the wedding, apart from the fact that you are finally getting your husband, but did he tick all the boxes? Did your wedding tick all the boxes that you anticipated for your wedding?
Yeah.
Or what was the situation like?
Yeah, I saw a commitment from him.
Yeah.
Because then both of us were not working.
Okay.
So he make kwenza ama plans ukuthi athole imali yamahadi.
Yeah.
Yamalobolo. And then wayo wayesebenza phi konje waweldelo wayenza ama-butler nechomi yakhe in order ukuthi yena athole imali yokuthi ayobhadala amalobolo
Sure.
Then that's when I say
he's serious about this thing.
He's serious about this.
Now, talk to us about the song, Casey and Jojo. What memories does it bring? I want to understand. I mean, I played that song a lot all my life, and I still love it even today. And when I was made to realize that it's your song, I also played it just to refresh myself. That's a great song. But to you, obviously, it has more memories than it would have for me.
Yeah, it has.
What kind of memories does it evoke?
You know, if you listen to that song, she's everything that song says.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's everything that song says. I remember when I said, now I want to get married, I knew who I want.
Yeah.
I wanted her, actually. So that song, I remember for the first time when I was playing it for her, I forced her to dance with me.
Okay.
And I always cherish that day, that moment. So we were dancing and I was happy actually. You know, I finally found her. That song says all about her.
Yeah.
I've been praying for her. You know, Mastandana Satlugana for many years, and she left Israel.
And 7 years is a long time.
Yeah, 7 years.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah. So Makebuya, I was excited, and Mangimtshela ukuthi I'm now saved. Because remember, uyoqala wasindiswa.
Yeah.
And then mina ngisindiswe late. So Makebuya thola ukuthi ngisindisiwe. Actually, I invited her to my church.
Okay.
And she was happy, and but that song always mangidlala, I feel it, and that's I love her. I love her.
Nhlonipho, what does the song evoke for you? I can see with Vuyo, he remembers that first dance.
This song, is so special because everything, my cries, my downs, my lows, my highs, I share everything with him.
Yeah.
Even my mother doesn't know most of my stuff.
Yeah.
I share with him.
Yeah. No.
Like it says close to me, like my mother, like my brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means a lot to me.
Now, you get the husband that you've been praying for. You also get Vuyo, the wife that you've been praying for. Good thing is, you know each other from back then. There could just be that 7 years in between that she may have actually told you about her life during that time. But now you get married, you've got what you wanted. A lot of couples who sat right where you are, they always have this episode. Things don't work out the way they thought they should actually work.
True.
Did you experience that yourselves?
Yeah. By the way, we are always sharing this when we have a couples meeting and so on, when we are having sessions, counseling sessions with couples. By the way, we don't have children.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when we find out Tukuti we can't have children, and it was not easy, but because of the love we have towards each other, we had to overcome. It was not easy, let me tell you. You know, the families, they will say stuff. Sometimes when you meet with pastors, they will say, hey, where is the child? And they didn't know.
Yeah.
But we had to overcome that.
Sure.
So this is what I usually tell my couples. You know what? Petty things.
Yeah.
No, but if Tina, we did overcome that, which means none you can also overcome our situations when.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, we are crazy in love. Siyathandana, and I know that she loves me. And leyo nto leyo zange even idente nomshado wethu.
But I want to understand, you come into the marriage, you are looking forward to having children and all that. After how long did you discover that you can't have children?
Maybe after about 3 years or so. Yeah.
Okay, and from there, what were the real challenges? The fact that you don't have children, or was it a situation of you now feeling, I'm disappointed, I can't actually hold a baby like all the other women, and Vuyo now saying, hey, amajita manje. Abanye bathi umfana ubhizi uwash imoto, because those are generally the pressures that we get mainly from our peers. But I think the families, sometimes it becomes too one-sided, especially for the lady. But in the whole scheme of things, when you do discover that, surely something happens with you. How did you feel about it?
I didn't feel any pressure because he's my friend.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, and then pressure nje besithola nje kuma families, but if you allow it to pressure you,
you
get frustrated. So we didn't allow anyone to come in between us. Yeah.
But the one part which I'm asking about here is not from the outside.
Yeah.
Both of you now, just that moment where you are now aware that you're not going to have children. Yeah. What was it like between the two of you now? The kind of conversation that you were having, because somehow there would be that disappointment, personal disappointment, both ways. But what was it like? I want to understand the mood of the time.
Yeah, remember, Uguti, we were friends for a long time.
Yeah.
And we became very close friends. I think that helped us a lot to overcome, because it was easy for her to share anything to me.
Yeah.
And it was also easy for me to share anything with her. So, yes, it was not easy, to tell the truth, because every man wants to have a child.
Yeah.
Every woman wants to have a child. And we spoke about it. And I remember I never pressurized her. And even my families, they know when we got married, at some point, because we know our families.
Yeah.
I have to tell them, this is my wife. He's mine. She's mine. I am the one who's married to her. So I was always protecting her.
You became that defensive wall for her. And
yeah. At some point, I remember one of my uncles said, "Atini, we clash back or clash back something like that."
Yeah.
By the way, we don't have friends.
Yeah.
We are always,
we
were always together.
Yeah.
Even today, where we had we ran our businesses together. Where we are working right now, currently, we work together. We are always like,
so. Basically, you and I can see how this whole thing must have flown, because you became too much of friends that when the challenge came, it could not shake you, because the foundation was very, very strong.
Yeah.
And you complemented that by working together on everything.
Everything. You see, I think it helps a lot to become friends before you get married. To us, it helped us a lot. I can't imagine, Uguti, if we were not friends, what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not even a single day I thought of going outside. Not even until today.
And most men get to that point, because with the pressures, especially when it has been proven that it's a lady, and vice versa. Even the ladies would, after knowing that, they would want to try and please the outside by doing things and trying to solve the problem themselves and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But now that the situation has come up, you have actually come to an understanding, the two of you, and you move on with that. Tell me about this particular part. You wanted to say something?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the issue of the child, we sat down, talk about it. Sinomntwana omncane okubumfundisi simkhulisayo.
Yeah.
By the way, ubashona lo mama. Ebenanga
9 years.
9 years. So besimkhulisi, we just said nankukuku. Nanku and my younger sister's child.
Yeah.
Hey, these are the children, so what do we want?
So
Till today,
you were already, God was already ahead of you.
yeah. And the other one, it's outside.
Yeah.
The big boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how these things can actually be knitted together without us even knowing. But I'm also interested in these sessions that you're having with couples. But before we get to that, was that the only heavy challenge that you experienced?
No. You know, as young pastors, when we get into ministry, you think ukuthi ministry kumnandi, more especially if you are going to start a ministry.
Yeah.
We went with that mentality ukuthi, you know what, we are from a big church.
Yeah.
You can say. Yeah. A fairly big, yeah. So you thought ukuthi imongena ku ministry kuzoba nemali, izinto zoba right, uyabona?
Yeah.
Kanti it was not like that.
Eish.
I remember at kumanyama Christmas, we used to preach laphayana, abazalwane they will be blessed. Masiphuma lapha asina even nemali yokuthenga ukudla ngeChristmas.
Yeah.
At some point we were walking about 5 kilometers to church. Yeah, 4 to 5 about 5 kilometers to church. And I remember one day, I still remember that place. There is this place what Dr. Mhlonipho. Yeah, on that, yeah. So masihamba besidlula khona, yabona, we used to pass there. So one day it was raining, heavily raining. We were from church.
Sure.
And I looked at her and I thought, yo, yazi I'm a failure. This woman is going to leave me.
Umntana abantu ngim-invite kuma problems la.
Yeah. Yeah. But he has to tell the honest truth. I usually tell people ukuthi unesibindi.
Yeah.
Esokushada. Remember, I was a hardcore criminal. Number one. Number two, uyoshada umuntu ongasebenzi.
Eish.
So isibindi leso.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought she was going to leave me. I remember ngimkhuthaza ngelinye ilanga sidlula lapha ngithi one day sizodlula la si drive. Bengizama ukumcheera up ukuthi angaphathi. So but it was not easy because we went to ministry and I thought ukuthi izinto zohamba kahle. Kanti when you start the ministry belu keep epokotweni lakho ongenayo.
You have to walk that journey so that even when you say to people you will be blessed, you will have that testimony.
Yeah. So it was not easy. We are starting a church, we have no salary and I have a family. Remember besikhulisa my younger sister. And then it was like that and it was tough. I could not even say a restaurant like other women. It was not easy. But one thing I love about her, she never pressurized me.
No complaints.
Nothing.
But I still do not understand this. And maybe you would be able to give us an idea. Why would you not complain? Because naturally we see this with women. When things are not going right, there's this inclination to, Nami, I deserve better. I'm sure you have heard this from a lot of couples that you counseled.
I also want to hear this one.
How did you manage that part? When you know that, there is hope, I have that hope, but the facts don't actually measure up.
I think ngabona commitment. Yeah. The perseverance ukuthi since you minister and then nothing happens and then saqala soyi2 sa thengisa ma French yabona lama package ma balloon.
Oh yes.
So athengisa soyi2 then
and ungakhohlwa ukuthi kuze njani ne sithengela ama French. We were invited, we were invited KZN siyoyenza amatshe.
Yeah.
Siyoyenza unveil.
Oh yes. Stones. Yeah.
So they gave us an envelope. And then we said, man, send us something. This money must multiply itself.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just wanted to explain that.
Eish.
Yeah. And then ngabona commitment akusa umuntu othi ayina imali then let's do this and that because of by then beslala emkhukhwini. Beslala emkhukhwini. Yeah. Beslala emkhukhwini.
Kule room enethayo.
Oh, in the one room. C3.
It was bad. We all
Beslala C3. Room in, yeah. So that's when we started sell ama package for ama lunch box wabantwana esikoleni yes. And then ngabona ukuthi cause if into niqale noyi2 nokhula kahle noyi2 but if uthola oyi1 esephezulu wena usesela then
but you received the envelope and that envelope turned life around for you as a couple
until today.
Sure.
But
this is a great story.
But before that, after school, after I finished my matric, I started business in Makota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so bekajwayele ukuze emakoteni azongisiza there and there. Yeah.
Hey,
so
I became
business minded.
But it was helping you because it kept you away from relapsing into the criminal.
Yeah, so I ran a little business until we get married, and then I stop a bit. Then after assisting sell my French law, and then we got other money. Saqala ke savula ma container. Yeah. Impilo yaqala yaba smooth.
Things just started flowing and all that.
Yeah.
Now, you had this kind of life, right? And obviously you are raising other children.
Yeah.
And those are the children that you can now safely call your own children because they are entrusted in you. But surely there are certain things that you would love to teach them. Yeah. Basically coming from how you may have been raised or how you found life going forward, particularly Vuyo, when you knew you started on a wrong footing. But you would not want those children to be like the old Vuyo. What kind of values? Firstly, maybe, do you think it's important to teach values? And what kind of values would you teach? Or are you continuing to teach your children?
Yeah. On values are very important.
Yeah.
And I think one of the values that we are instilling most of the time is hardworking.
Yeah.
I remember Ugugu, my younger sister, she had a child, some releaser. Because I remember simtshela ukuthi now sewumama umntana nangu. So bonke even nalo mncane sibafundisa same thing.
Yeah.
Ukuthi makafuna something sometimes umnikeza isicathulo. Umntana ona 5 years.
Yeah.
Suka lesicathulo lesi. Asule and then umnikeza imali ye stock sweets. So even today uyazi ukuthi makafuna something uyasebenza.
Yeah.
Like uPumba, how old now? 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. Say from an infant actually. Ugeza nezitsha
yeah.
In the school. Makaqeda usigeza ufuna something.
Yeah.
Mele simpatana.
There must be a reward for everything else that one has done.
So that's what the value esinstillayo kubo ukuthi even naku youth yasesontweni ukuthi don't hide behind the Bible or behind the spirit. You need to work hard so that uzokwazi ukuphila kahle. I remember even today I was telling them ukuthi I don't lay hands for people to get money or ukuthi bathole umsebenzi. You need to go out there. Uyothola lo msebenzi. Basically hard working. Siyipusha kakhulu education. That's what we siyipusha kakhulu.
Yeah. So in a situation like that, when you are talking to when you have taught this hard work as a value, and are there more values that perhaps you wanted to say before I continue with my thought?
I think discipline.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that in a church environment where you now have all these other children coming from different families and with different values there. How do you weave that in as discipline coming from the church now, going back home so that they don't lose it when they get to their homes where perhaps sometimes there is no value like that?
Most our church it's not big.
Yeah.
And we are something like family churches. We've got families coming together mostly. And sometimes when we do conferences, more especially youth conferences, we invite the parents.
Yeah.
So usually when we address our youth, we want them with their parents. So this is what we usually do.
Yeah.
So that it must not end.
It doesn't have to end with the child alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mostly that's what we are pushing. We don't teach the values to the kid to youth only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your story itself also it's a story of discipline. For to be able to tell this kind of story, to say we met like this, these are the challenges we have gone through, and this is where we started. Look at where we are actually going, because I don't believe that you have reached the pinnacle of what you would have loved to see. You're a, what do they call it, work in progress, even business wise, and it requires that kind of discipline. Sure. It's the other thing that I'm interested in, especially with this story of with the issues of the values, because as much as we are parents, and though we're not talking biological children, but sometimes these children learn more from you as pastors, because they have now begun to take you as their parents, regardless of the biological connection and things like that. How have you in your environment, in the church environment, perhaps worked on the situation where some of these children, even if they are coming to church, they become some kind of rebels, apart from just bringing the parents together on a one-on-one basis? How did you manage some of these rebellious children?
Yeah, I think one thing that is helping us there. I'm friends to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the youth, they take me as their friends. They are, when I'm around them, they are so free. They can say whatever they want to say. Sometimes you might think we are friends.
Yeah.
So I think it makes things easier for me to be with them. Actually, to be honest, I enjoy spending time with them more than
the adults.
Yeah. So, and I also believe in about I remember last week they came to me, and I think they were about 10. And I knew what they want.
Yeah.
So that's how close we are. So today I was dropping abantwana esihlala nabo endlini esontweni. Basifika sihlika lapha bathi sicela imali yamagwinya. Like we are friends with them. So it makes things easier for me to to reach out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I communicate with them on my WhatsApp. Sometimes I phone them. And bajabula with, yo, my pastor phoned me. What I do to them actually, like phoning them, checking them, I do it more on them more than the adults.
The adults.
Yeah.
And then umntana ne problem usheshe umbone ukuthi hayi behavior ayisafani bese yambiza. Yini? Wenze njani? Ish, moshile.
Yeah.
Mosheni khuluma. Ish, moshile. Hey, askis. Yabo. So yazi ukuthi
And another
but
thing,
open.
Yeah.
and another thing, our home is open to them.
Yeah.
They sometimes bayafika uthole bebaningi and balale khona, spending maybe a weekend, sometimes on holidays. So yeah, that's how close we are with them. Yeah.
Recently, in fact, a few days ago, I have seen, and I'm asking this because I just feel that we cannot actually just talk values and leave this one out. It's a burning issue now in the community. I've seen a video of young boys and girls in a school who were smoking dacha and all those kind of things. And do you think as a community, like in schools, like in our own homes and all that, we have somehow, unintentionally or intentionally, eroded some of these values to a point where children no longer feel like it's necessary when they are doing something wrong, that they should actually just hide it at least. Because if you look at what happened in that video, it's something that children are feeling like, no, this is who we are. We are going to do it the same way and things like that. Have we lost it somehow?
Yeah, I think so. Today I was saying, you see, once you stop, the Christian values.
Yeah.
Or rather, once you stop teaching the Bible values, you are messing up everything.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine raising a child without God. I think that's the problem. Because remember that today the children are having children. We were discussing that during the week when we saw these kids drinking, smoking and so on. And we said the problem it's because of these children having children. The children who does not have values having children. So it's a problem. And
it becomes infectious as well to the others.
Yeah.
You raise a child who has this moral understanding, but when in the midst of all the others, it seems like they tend to forget about who they are and just join up in the whole situation. Okay, coming back to you, I have to ask this question, and I want you to answer this question honestly. It doesn't matter to me, it doesn't matter who starts first, but I just want to hear from the two of you. How deep is your love for each other? So for Vuyo, how deep is your love for Nhlonipho? And the same with you, how deep is your love for Vuyo?
I think on my side,
it
lit deep in such a way ukuthi sometimes nginocabanga ukuthi what if ungishiya kuqala ngizobona ngenze njani.
Sure.
Yo. That's my
so it's you just feel that I don't have to live without him.
Yeah.
Sure.
So nginefear nje yokuthi so sihlolo sikhuluma sithi hayi ngcono when if uNkulunkulu decide ukuthatha one of us ngcono athathe mina kuqala because at least yona strong and uyindoda so mina ngiyobona ngenza.
Vuyo, how deep is your love for her?
Yo. Yeah, ne.
She's simply saying, I would rather be sacrificed first, and then Vuyo remains.
At least.
Yeah, we used to have the argument.
Yeah.
And I would say, no, mele kambe mina qala. Mele kambe mina qala. Uyabona? But my love for her is so deep in such a way that I don't think Guti I can live without her. She's my life, she's my breath, she's my everything.
Yeah.
And, everything I'm doing, I make sure Uguti I don't hate her. I was telling her during the week, Uguti, I am happy. Because Mage Kula, she's a strong woman.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, ukule kanzima. So mina ngina this thing yoku ngiba emotional mangikhuluma this thing.
Yeah.
Ngibana this thing yokuthi angifuni ukumbona ahetheka, angifuni ukumbona shota nganix.
Yeah.
And so I love her so much. Uke wagula for a long time.
Yeah.
I thought ukuthi uzoshona. Izibhedlela zethu.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Begethi makayofela ekhaya because mabe discharge simthatha simsa kwi-private hospital. They said lo muntu lo ngabe uyahamba anytime soon. So I remember I thought ukuthi uzohamba engqondweni yami, even because I prayed the more I prayed the more eba worse.
Yeah.
And I thought ukuthi uyahamba lo muntu. In my mind mina bese ngiplanne a funeral. But wabuya ngathi I will make sure ngamandla wami wonke ukuthi right akasweli liksi, and she knows ukuthi mina I'm happy when she's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. This is so interesting. When you're trying to look at the depth of the love for one another, and it's immeasurable the way you're putting it. It's something that is very interesting. Let's just look at this part. Let's look at this part. The issue of you said to me you actually counsel couples. And this is where I want us to come to. In your conversations with couples, you find things that the couples are dealing with and battling with from time to time. But if you were to give the wisdom to married couples today, and obviously because you are marriage counselors and you do all these seminars, you have a well where you draw from. I want you to just tap into that well and give the ultimate of the wisdom that you feel this is critical for couples to know. What would you say?
Okay, this is what I usually tell them.
Yeah. And by the way, we are going to come to you. Because obviously there are times when you would have breakaways and deal with the men only. And then you will be dealing with the ladies as well. So we want to hear from both of the sides.
Yeah. Or maybe you can start.
Okay. And as advisor, I'm a couples. Like sabatshela ukuthi umshado commitment. And umshado awukho always smooth. Kunama humps, kunama downs, kunama valleys, yabona. But as long as wazi ukuthi ucommit kuNkulunkulu ngalo mshado kuphe wona.
Yeah.
And then ningabi selfish emshadweni. Don't think about yourself phela. And then enye into ecabanisa ama couples is finances. So like into yami eyakho. So that's when a problem iqala, because now ungacheck ama couples amaningi ama finances. Nangasi ama finances, I-trust ayikho.
Yeah.
The commitment ayikho. Yeah, kanti if noma bahambe counseling, sometimes basuke bajahe ukushada.
Yeah.
Kanti ki-counseling ngabe bayafunda ukuthi 1 2 3 izo ezimosha umshado.
Yeah.
And then
they would have
like
been prepared.
Communication.
Yeah.
Communication emshadweni it's important. Ukuthi everything you communicate. You communicate finances, you communicate. If ngiphatheke kabi namhlanje, I communicate. Asilali sithu sicabene. Like noma ungacabanga ukuthi ngikwadile namhlanje funa umkhulu. But uyakhohlwa ukuthi ngithange ngisamkhulumisa bese yeah, so if banga ku counseling bathathe yonke lento ofundiswa lapha ku counseling because in the long run izobasiza because you go back to
the advice that you got, yeah.
Because bona bavele hi counseling then marriage then ayeza my challenges. Yabona
they have nowhere to
yeah.
So counseling usually they just do it for the sake of getting towards the step of Notebooks are not meant to be thrown away. So when you make notes, you must keep on referring.
Yeah.
What will be your ultimate marriage wisdom?
Yeah, number one, ukuthi banga umshado they must enjoy it.
Yeah.
Ngabi yabona that thing is serious ukuthi ubaba no mama. I remember we invited one young man as a endlini. So usuthi yabona she was full she nyama Russian and athe awuyifuni ilena. So uhlezi that side of the sofa mina that side of the sofa. Ngithi hayi ngiyayifuna. Uyayilahlela yebo.
Yeah.
Like ngiyayibamba. So this young man is like hey kwenza that's how we are. We don't take izinto serious.
Yeah.
Sometimes unokuthi sihlezi nani nje athe siyazi wena uDom umuntu ba offensive because usho kanjani this thing uyayibona leyo nto leyo. That's how we are Tina. We are free emshadweni wethu asikho serious not in a way yokuthi asithatha umshado wethu serious but we are enjoying ourselves. We are still playing together siyabukana uyabona we go to movies like that's how we are. We don't take izinto like yabona sekumela khetha amazwi. I'm not saying akumela ngakhetha amazwi but sekumele mangekhuluma nami acaba ngicala ukuthi mangathi uzokwata une freedom to say whatever she wants to say, whatever she wants to wear. I don't have a problem with it because I know ukuthi uyazihlonipha. So whatever she wears, the trouser, whatever. Sometimes unokuthi hey ibruku esontweni ngathi ayigqoke ibruku hambe. We are that's how we are.
Yeah.
Ungathathi izinto serious. Sesiya counseling ukuthi uthenge phapha. Uyayibona le. Uyabona sometimes I'm ngiyapheka nami and I understand make khathela angisebenza sonke vele uyazi khathe singitayi sithi namhlanje ungapheki uzobanjwa yimi ibhodwe
yabona sivele sithi freestyle
or sithi freestyle nomnye uvula ekhabetheni uzokhipha and that's umshado needs to be enjoyed. Yabona imagine usemshadweni makumele uye ekhaya uyacabanga ukuthi ngiyakuleya problem. Remember I've said we are always like this. I don't think ukuthi uke wahlangana nathi ngihamba ngi1 we are always like this. Mangihamba ngi1 abantu bazibuza ukuthi uphi lo
namhlanje
ukwenzakalani uyayibona leyo nto. So mina the advice I can give to them ukuthi one lento ayishilo I don't have imali yami akana mali yakhe like that language endlini ayikho uyabona uvule i-account yakhe Standard Bank uvule i-account e-Absa but anginalento ukuthi vele liphi ikhadi lase Absa liphi ikhadi la kuphi mostly ikhadi lami lihlala kuye lakhe lihlala kuye nama phone I know ukuthi abantu abaningi bane problem ngama phone ifone yami ngiyayishiya naye and unama password wefone wami ifone yakhe uyayishiya nami ngine password elena zami we don't like
it's open.
It's open.
Yeah.
It's open. So yeah, that's the ukuthi mangabi nama secrets. Because once uqala kuba nama secrets, there's no way la nizoyakhona.
Yeah.
Don't be kusho ukuthi emshadweni wakho iba open in such a way that ukuthi your spouse can say whatever. Because once uqala uba nezinto osabayo ukuzitshela your spouse, there is a problem.
Yeah.
You are partners. Do things together. Don't have secrets. Be open. Don't say my car, my house, my chair, my what. It's ours.
Yeah.
So that's how we live.
It's a very interesting thing that you have highlighted here. Especially one that I've actually taken is the freestyle thing. The freestyle where you don't have to bother the other, even if they are ready to do anything else, but you just grab whatever that you grab and then it's all sorted. And that can also be applied in many different areas as well. I think that is one thing that we could actually take. But there were areas which you mentioned, ma'am, areas of communication and much more communication, because when you speak about communication, I could feel that you have a particular passion around that. Perhaps you can expatiate that as our last and parting shot. In terms of communication, just laying it out or giving particular examples of things that are, when they're not communicated, they end up creating challenges.
Yeah, like I said earlier, communication ibalulekile regarding our finances. For instance, maybe ubhuti wakhe maybe ucela, let's say 200. Siyahlala phansi uyafona, hey uzibani bani uthi 3, hayi mfakele lapho, or checka lapho ukuthi sinemalini, sinayo asinayo. Okay, some sort like ekhaya bafuna 1 2 3 and then hayi bacela ukuthi babona yabona izinto ezifana nalezo, because sometimes ukuthi thina especially abomama if ekhaya bafuna something siyayesifihle kuvela uthi yabona awusakhulumi, the next thing imali yephi haya nyaza nesithi ukuthi uyizile or kanjani,
and then it begins to deal with the issues of trust.
Nama finances kumele futhi ni check ukuthi okay ama priority ala endlini yini, siyachecka and then noma siyo shopper ke siyachecka it's a need or a want. Siyawe need want. If you need, say it. If you want, so you wanna next time.
Yeah.
It's right. But everything needs to be communicated.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through. And I think this is how we would actually close this conversation on the critical issue of communication as the marriage wisdom that you would actually give to our viewers out there.
Even if you want to go maybe somewhere, just communicate. There's no stress.
Yeah.
Because umuntu vele uyaphuma and then uyapanika ukuthi aw
uyephi.
Kanti if you communicate, there's no need ukuthi uma upanic ushilo ukuthi uyaphi uyabuya, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Babu Vuyo, your last words?
Yeah, my last words, it's number one. Masingancishani.
You will have to explain that a little more.
It's too many.
I kept the best for the last.
For the last.
Yeah. Yeah, Uguti to couples.
Yeah.
Please enjoy your spouse. Wives, enjoy your husband. Your husband, enjoy your wives. Yeah, enjoy making love to your spouse. And please, masinganishani. You see, that's one thing enye eletha usathani endlini. Masinishana. The devil comes in. Imagine if I go out hungry. Ngiyophumela phandle ngifuna ukudla khona.
He always has a solution.
Yeah.
And I'm saying solution because it's temporary. For the devil, any solution is temporary.
True.
Because the suggestion is, no, you can, why worry? But you can get. And then when you do that, he has already created an opportunity. And before you know it, that opportunity will become a very big thing that will end up breaking a lot of things. But I have to be grateful for you sharing your all my life story. This is exactly how we close today's episode of Stay Forever in Love. And I hope that you have taken what you have taken, and in terms of the wisdom that they have shared. And we would love to thank the Langa family as well for giving us the opportunity to tap into what they have built over the years. Stay tuned for the next episode.
We got laughter, we got tears, we got each other